It's a very good evening and welcome back to another pre-match show. Having missed out on Saturday due to adverse weather conditions, we took the option not to record the pre-match show ahead of our game against Carlisle United. We return to action this evening here at the Abbey Stadium for our knockout game in the Papa John's Trophy. The home side, Cambridge United, coming to this one having been without a win in their last 3 games in all competitions. However, in this trophy, they won their opening 2 games before losing 1-0 to Stevenage in their final group game. The Saddlers had a mixed bag of results in the competition, drawing 1, winning 1 and losing 1. We're going to take a look back to the last time the Saddlers beat Cambridge, and that was in the league 2 seasons ago when a goal from Josh Gordon after just a minute and a goal on 10 minutes from Matt Sadler were enough to win us the game on that occasion. I'm also going to be joined by my colleague Paul Joannou later on in the show as we look back to Saturday's 1-0 defeat to Carlisle United and we look ahead to this evening's game. First up, we are going to take a look back at that win for the Saddlers over Cambridge United. So that was our victory against Cambridge United in the league, where Josh Gordon and Matt Sadler scored the goals to get us all 3 points. I'm now joined by my colleague Paul Joannou. Paul, as always, thank you for joining us for tonight's pre-match show. We'll go back to Saturday. From your perspective, was that possibly one of the most disappointing and frustrating results that we've seen so far this season?
I think when you have such a euphoric victory like we did against Port Vale, everyone's on a high, the fans are on a high, we're on a high, and you want to take that momentum into your next game. You hope it's possibly the start of, a really good run. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I think when you play so well, I don't think you see it coming. A disappointing result, but it was a strange one because the Saddlers actually started really well. I know it was only the opening 3 or 4 minutes, but 2 golden opportunities early in the game, and you just felt if one of those chances were put away, it could have been a different story. But in the end, it was a bit flat, I think it's fair to say, from the Saddlers, and you could tell after the game, the reaction when we spoke to Matt Taylor and Stephen Ward, everyone was really disappointed with the way the game went and the performance levels, and there's a real determination to put that right tonight.
Yeah, and it is all about coming into this fixture. We talk about the relentless nature of football, and that's the nature of the beast, as Matt Taylor quite often says, is that we have got another game just a couple of days later. We're here at the Abbey Stadium for tonight's game. What are you expecting from the League One side?
Actually, they're a League One side who the Saddlers faced last season. They won promotion finishing second with 80 points. So a really strong team. They've got some quality players in their side. I know they lost Paul Mullin, who was their goal scorer, got 34 goals last season, but they've still got some good players, the likes of Wes Houlihan. We know what experience he brings, having played in the Premier League with Norwich, for so many years. It's, plenty of assists, plenty of creativity. Joe Ironside up front. I mean, I think his goal scoring exploits went under the radar last season. He got 14 league goals, got 8 to his name this season. I think they've got Smith as well, who's chipped in with 9 goals in all competitions as well. And I think he's had 3 in this one as well. So there's plenty of threats from Cambridge. So it'll be another difficult game. But as always, when teams play Saturday in different competitions, you don't necessarily know what the lineup's going to be, what changes both managers are going to make.
Yeah, and it's exactly that. We're not entirely sure as it stands sitting here whilst recording this, what either side are going to be going with. We'll have the team news coming up very shortly, after this one. But would you be expecting Matt Taylor to make a couple of changes? I know the Saddlers have got a couple of suspensions, so there will be, 1 or 2 enforced changes in there. But are you expecting Matt Taylor to make a few more than that?
Again, it's with so many games coming up, Tom. You're not surprised that you're going to utilise your squad because, Christmas is only around the corner. December starts tomorrow, and that traditional Christmas period is also very, very busy with games from Boxing Day and then the end of the month and then start of New Year. So even before that, there's plenty of games. FA Cup game on Saturday as well, and then back into the league action after that. So there's plenty coming up. So I think it's a chance for Matt Taylor to utilise his squad because he's going to need it for the rest of this month and the rest of the season. And we'll see if players have got a chance to get an opportunity to get some minutes under the belt, because it's with all the games coming up, you could really cement your place in the team if you impress tonight.
Yeah, and just on a final note, Paul, I think this is something that a lot of fans will pick up on this one. We're now into knockout football. It's a knockout competition now for this, the Papa John's Trophy. It'll be knockout again on Saturday in the FA Cup. This is really where it comes down to, if you can really start to put a little run together in these sort of competitions, you can really start to look towards the final end of the competition, can't you?
It's momentum as well, isn't it, Tom? Every game you play, you can build momentum. It's an opportunity, and then when you have momentum in football at any level, whether it's in the Champions League, the Premier League, League 2, or five-a-side on a Monday night, wherever you play, or Sunday League, if you've got momentum and that confidence, that belief grows, and that winning mentality gets in your head, and it can really be a real springboard. So like you say, Tom, it's knockout football, but if you're winning and you're getting further and further, that belief will grow, and it's an opportunity to get to Wembley, and the FA Cup on Saturday is an opportunity to get into the third round, which is where the big boys come into play. So it's a really exciting week for the Saddlers. I'm sure all the players are really excited about this week coming up, and not only are they looking to right the wrongs from Saturday, but they're really looking to progress deep into competitions. We'll be heading into the last 16 of this competition if we progress tonight. FA Cup, like I said, the third round where it really does come into play. So exciting times, isn't it, Tom, potentially? Yeah,
it really is, and I'm sure you guys are probably looking forward to this one as much as we are. We are going to be here live at the Abbey Stadium all evening via our iFollow service. Paul will be joining BBC WM's Richard Wilford. If you aren't with us this evening, you can join us on iFollow for just £10. That's going to leave me with one final thing to say, and that is thank you very much for your support on this pre-match show and throughout the season, and come on you Saddlers.